Are you in the market to buy yourself some Toyo Open Country RT trails and you want to know how they do in the snow and ice? Well, I'm going to tell you that right after this. Hi, I'm Brian from Northwest Bronco. Welcome back to the channel. So in case you didn't know, on my channel I do have a playlist running on the life cycle of these tires. So that's from the point when I first put them on till the point where I replace them. Every so many miles or every so many milestones of terrain I drive over, I give you guys a video update. So don't forget to check out that playlist if you want to know more about the tires besides what we're going to talk about today. So let me give you a couple little specs on these tires before we dive into how they did in the snow and ice this winter so far. These are 315 in size. They are the exact same size tire as a Bronco Sasquatch tire. So if you have a Bronco with Sasquatch tires and you're looking for something to replace the factory tires because they stink, with something that's the same size, this is the exact same dimensions as a Sasquatch tire. All right, so before we get into the meat of the video, I'm going to tell you a couple little fun facts about these tires. Number one would be that these are indeed a D-rated tire. And being a D-rated tire means it's not a C and it's not an E, it's actually a D. So it slides right in between those two letters, which is perfect for overlanding. Now I know weight's a big factor with a lot of people, so you might be wondering what's the weight of this tire, and I can tell you that it is 68 pounds. So another fun fact about these tires is that it does have a thicker sidewall. So they've reinforced the entire sidewall of this tire. Now, where I noticed that was two places. One, when I drive, I don't get nearly as much sway in the vehicle when I go around corners. It's probably because these suckers are nice and sturdy and they're not really squishing down like a C-rated tire. And also, after everything that I've done, you saw in my videos last year, I didn't get one single flat tire or single issue with these tires. All right, so now we're gonna dive into how do these tires do on the road, dirt, and snow. Now I run these tires at about 37 PSI on the road, and I gotta tell you the Bronco does feel nice and planted, like I said before. When I'm going around corners, I'm not getting that squishiness of a C-rated tire. These are a D and they have a thicker sidewall, so it really does make the Bronco feel planted when I'm going around a corner. And a lot of people ask about road noise with these tires. You know, when I first put these tires on, I noticed a little bit of a hum in the cab. After about a day or two, I don't even notice it anymore. So when it comes to road noise, I'm going to have to say they're a very quiet tire. So if you watch any of my adventure videos, you'll know that I really put these tires through hell on the trails. And I got to tell you, on the dirt and the rocks and rock gardens and things like that, these tires have done very well. I haven't done any rock crawling because I don't do that kind of thing. But on the trail, in rock gardens and dirt, these are a wonderful tire. Now don't forget, these tires are a hybrid tire, so they're not an all-terrain tire and they're not a mud tire, they're a hybrid tire, so they sit right in between. So they're not really good at anything and they're not really bad at anything. They just kind of are good for all conditions. And if you're in the fire service, you would know the term quint. That's basically what these tires are. They're just kind of a quint. They're not really good at anything and they're not really bad at anything. They're just kind of an all-around good tire. So now let's move on to the highlight of the video, and that's going to be how do these tires do in the snow and ice. So the good news, these tires do have an MS rating, and that stamp is right here on the tire, which means it's rated for mud and snow. Now it doesn't take a whole lot for a tire to get qualified for an MS rating, and I'm not even sure if they really test the tires for that, but it does carry the stamp either way. So let's go ahead and talk about how well these do on the ice. So like I said before, I do drive on country roads going to work and back, and that is about a 9-mile trek. And I have driven on ice and snow, and I got to tell you, when it comes to driving on ice, it doesn't matter too much what tire you're running. It's just going to be slippery. So, it comes down to basically how fast are you driving, and I drive pretty slow on the ice because I really don't want to wreck my new Bronco. So I'm one of those guys that's kind of holding up the road when it's slippery. But what I can tell you is these tires, they don't do any better or worse than the other tire. You just got to go slow and take your time on the ice. So let's talk about how they do in the snow. All right, so I've had a lot of people ask me how they do in the snow, and I keep telling them, hey, give me some time here. I need some snow so I can drive on it to tell you what I think. And that time has finally come. Now, I haven't done any off-road, snow driving where I'm like making my own trail. I haven't done that kind of snow driving, but most people what they really want to know is how do they do on the road in the snow? I got to tell you, I was impressed with how the tires did in the snow. I did have a little bit of feedback from a gentleman who said that he had like zero traction driving in the snow, but I haven't found that to be my case. I did air them down to about 34 from 37 when it started snowing just to give me a little extra, tire patch down there. But you know, I've had zero problems with it. It handles fine. I didn't once slide off the road or spin my tires or anything like that, but I do drive pretty conservatively in the snow. But I mean, my opinion is they do just fine. So all in all, I can tell you that when it comes to how these tires do on the dirt, on the road, in the mud, on the snow, and the ice, you know, it's just been an all-around good tire. I mean, I have zero complaints. Now, I'm only at about 27,000 miles right now, and I'm going to keep posting videos on updates of these tires all the way till the point where I replace them. But as of this point right now, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to get another set of these when these ones wear out. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please give it a like, maybe subscribe for more Bronco content, and we will see you next time.